Hello everyone and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Wednesday, February 7th, 2017. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Arthur Penname.
Welcome, Arthur Penname. How are you today, sir?
I'm real hungry and I'm real tired.
Understandable. Please remember, everybody, that you can help support this show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. In addition, we do go live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, if you have stories you would like to talk about, send them to our subreddit, which is iRedditcast, or in an email, which is feedback.ireddit@gmail.com. So aside from being tired and hungry, how are you, Mr. Penname?
That is all I feel. Tired and hungry.
Nothing else? Everything else is just a numb...
There is no joy. There is no sorrow. There is no shame.
Just hunger and exhaustion.
And exhaustion.
Wonderful. How was your day? Tiring and full of hunger?
Yes, absolutely.
Useful. Such a great person to conversate with.
I found... Okay, so I have like $4 in my account, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I found a vending machine at work that takes card.
Cool.
So I end up buying a bag of M&Ms for $1.
Nice.
And a bag of chips for $1.25.
Cool.
I eat the entire bag of chips and I found out that I'm allergic to them.
Okay.
I don't regret it at all.
No?
No, because food is food at this point, even if I am allergic to it.
Also, are you allergic to M&Ms?
Nope.
They don't have palm in that?
Nope.
I'm amazed.
One of the safest chocolates. They do in the caramel ones.
Okay.
But they don't in like every other one. So I always get peanut M&Ms because peanut M&Ms are my favorite, next to the coconut or the coffee nut M&Ms.
I say I don't think the coconut ones are your favorite, Nathan. I'm pretty sure those are...
No. The coffee nut ones. Those ones are so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the pretzel ones, but I hate that the pretzel ones are all tiny.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
That's good though. So you got a little bit of calories today?
Yeah. I guess they're calories.
Only like, what? 5 more days until we get paid? Nope, 6.
Okay, so you know what I have at my house to eat?
Rice.
I went through and ate one of every single thing that I could eat yesterday. I ate a bowl of rice mixed with some salsa.
Okay, sounds tasty.
Immediately after that, I ate oatmeal with frozen berries. And then I topped it off with just frozen berries. Nice.
Are those frozen berries normally for milkshake, not like smoothies and stuff?
No, we just eat them like as if that's our... Instead of eating ice creams and other kinds of desserts, we're trying to eat healthier. So we've decided frozen berries is going to be mostly our desserts.
Man, I don't know if I could do that, because you have to chew them, and I can't chew frozen things.
Nah, dude, you just pop them in your mouth and you suck on them for a bit.
Yeah, is that what you do, Nathan?
And they kind of just dissolve in your mouth.
Yeah?
They get all mushy, and you just push them against the roof of your mouth.
And then they just slide down the back?
And then, yeah, you just...
and with that, shall we go ahead and get into some news, sir?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, Tillerson warns United States not better prepared, wow, for new Russian election meddling.
Yep, speaking of not better prepared... I did not open up the show notes.
Wow, you failure.
I'm sorry. It's submitted by Badgers154 to Our Politics.
Yeah, Flex Tillerson.
He's flexing on them.
Or about explaining that people are going to be able to flex on us, really, is what it is. So, I mean, the investigation with the Russian investigation is still,
The investigation with the Russian investigation.
Yeah, exactly. It's still...
You're just as good as this fucking article.
I'm the best. I am as good as Flex Tillerson, okay?
Fake news.
Hashtag fake news. Hashtag Flex Tillerson. Flexing on your boy.
It's your boy Guzma.
Oh, no. That's not... no. Anyway, in any case. So the Russian investigation is still going on. We have found that they'd had a lot of... involvement with the 2016 presidential election. There's also some signs pointing that they have involvement in elections previous to that. And Flex Tillerson basically said, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Like, we can see it, and we've told them to stop it, but with the avenues that they're taking, there's not really anything we can do, especially when there's like, well, we'll just buy this Facebook ad, herp-a-dirt, look, yay, influence these people. So currently, basically what he's admitting is that, yes, they did it, yes, they're going to keep doing it, and we don't know how to stop them.
And unless everyone starts shunning social media.
So.
It's going to continue on for decades.
Probably, what is that sound?
Oh, I didn't realize. That's my, the pop filter.
Oh, crazy. Okay, anyway.
A little loose.
Apparently.
Wow, that is a good microphone.
Yeah, right? Well, it's also very close to the microphone, so that helps. In any case,
And now I'm very close to the microphone, and we're going to do ASMR podcast for the rest of the podcast.
I really am not interested in doing...
Continue to talk in the AS. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm not really interested in doing an ASMR podcast, Nathan.
I would totally do an ASMR podcast. I just don't know what it would be about.
Well, and my problem is, though, is I'm full of emotion and action, and I like to be loud and yell, and that's pretty much like the exact opposite.
You can do an ASMR podcast on...
yelling?
On what?
Yelling?
Yeah, on yelling. So yelling is the act of raising your voice much, much higher than my voice is currently.
Like this! Even though it's nowhere close to yelling. I'm just loud. Like, I shouldn't yell. I won't yell right now because everyone in the building will hear it. In any case, yeah, so currently there's not really any defenses that we can really muster, and if there is going to be anything, then it's not going to be something the military is able to implement, because a large amount of the problem is because of social media. Places like Twitter and Facebook were the largest ones for Russia's involvement with the 2016 election.
And now we're stuck with Trump. It's not just them. There's like a third of Americans that are kind of dumb.
Well, and also, as we talked about previously, the election would have been a lot different if literally anyone else would have been on the Democratic ticket.
Literally anyone besides Hillary Clinton. The Democratic Party was just like, hey, we hate guns. So in order to show people that guns hurt, we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot.
I guess. I don't know. Part of me is like, what would have happened if they would have went, hey, Al Gore, do you want to try again?
Dude, that would have been kind of weird.
Did you want to try for the 7th time? Because you can. Because seriously,
literally anybody but her.
Yeah.
Throw Nancy Pelosi up there. Even.
I guess. I don't know. But it also didn't help that she literally bought her own party out, so...
I mean, when you have enough money.
I guess, or when you're corrupt enough.
That's the same thing.
I suppose.
One and the same.
Anyway, so in any case, basically, there is a concern over Russia, getting involved and doing the Russian thing in the 2018 midterms, and Flex Tillerson has basically come out and said, yep, they're probably going to do it, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Aside from warning everyone to stay vigilant.
Be educated and pay attention. Make good choices.
Spend more than 20 minutes on the first page of a Google search.
Well, I mean, even beyond, you assume people even look up anything in regards to the majority of the candidates that they vote for.
You have a point. I like to do the there's a website, I forget the fucking name of it, but it compares all of them on their stances.
I have no idea.
We'll find that again.
4.
Trump wants to talk to Mueller despite lawyers' concerns.
Oh, you're gonna make me say that. This is submitted by Scrotum Pot Pie to Our Politics.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Also, I keep on hearing other people pronounce it as Robert Mueller, but I know people that have his exact last name. It's a German last name, and it's pronounced Mueller. So
Well, maybe he pronounces it differently, like Frankenstein.
maybe, I don't know. Because I don't know. It just confuses me because I keep on hearing people say Robert Mueller, and I'm like, that's a German name, damn it. Anyway, so Mueller, whatever, that guy, special counsel for the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Mueller. He has not actually submitted a formal request, just has basically extended a open invitation to Mr. President, would you be interested in having a conversation in regards to the 2016 election, as well as the possibility of the Russian involvement with the election, as well as the possible involvement with your campaign. So that's basically as far as he's went. And initially Trump was like, no. And then Mueller came back and was like, you sure? And he was like, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll do it if I don't have to do it under oath, and if you submit the questions in writing, and I can submit the answers back in writing. And Robert went, no, I want it verbally and under oath. And then Trump went, you know what? All right, fine, all right, fine. We'll do it. Now, the thing is that everyone on Trump's team is
I mean, because he's guilty, so everyone on Trump's team is like, no, don't.
Well, and I don't even think it's necessarily because he's guilty. I think the main concern is that Trump could say something that, regardless of whether it incriminates him or not, could give Mueller a piece that he doesn't currently have.
They just don't want to give him more pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
And Trump has testified under oath before, especially when it came to his big real estate scandal and things like that. So he's not... It wouldn't be like his first time ever being questioned in this fashion or under oath, and it's probably for those reasons that he believes he is prepared to do this to do this interview with the special counsel for the FBI. The problem is, though, is that it's not a regular interview. It's kind of more like a formal interrogation. Like, it's several hours long.
Isn't that what an interview is?
Sort of. Yeah, I guess you can say that in a lot of ways. A formal interrogation interview. I like that.
They're one and the same.
I suppose so. But unlike with an interview that you have with Fox News, you can't just say, okay, we're done, and get up and walk away. When it comes to a legally binding under oath interview with the FBI, they're normally several hours long, not 20-minute interviews, and you can't just get up and walk away when you don't like a question.
Oh, man, this got pissed Trump off so bad. But I'm president. I can do what I want.
So, I don't know if Trump is... I mean, maybe he is. He's been in these situations before, so he's probably somewhat prepared in that regard, but I don't think he has a full comprehension of what it would mean going into this interview.
I don't feel like he's got a full comprehension of a lot.
That's fair and understandable.
I feel like I have a firmer grip on a lot of things than he does.
Well, you're also a lot poorer than he is, so reality's kind of, just constantly...
cockeyed and screwed for him.
Well, I was going to go the other direction, say that reality is harsh and always shoving its junk in your face, but sure.
Yeah.
We can say that reality is different for him.
Because of people like him.
You're not wrong. So... Now, his lawyers and his team around him are encouraging Trump to not do this interview. Of course, it's not even been an official call for it yet, although it is expected that the special counsel will ask for it within the coming weeks.
So Joe in the chat says wrong. He could just say you're all fired, right? All right, so how stupid do you think he would be to sit there, go into the interview, and go, hey, I don't like that question. I want out. And they're going to go, no. And he goes, all right, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that'd be potential.
He would have to fire literally everybody before he can get out, first of all. Second of all, if that fucking happened, then he would look so fucking bad and everyone would look and ask for what that question was.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would not go over well by anyone's standpoint, and it would essentially be political suicide for him.
Absolutely.
I mean, it went well for Nixon, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Nixon's like our best president that's ever happened, right?
Gold standard, buddy.
3.
Trophy hunter killed while aiming rifle at lion in South Africa.
This is submitted by Maxwell Hill to Our World News.
So,
what was he killed by?
A gun?
Huh.
Yeah, it's not like the other ones that we talked about before where, like, he tried to shoot an elephant and the elephant charged him and mauled him to death. They don't really know who killed him, but just that a stray hunter's bullet suddenly collided with his head.
That happens here in America, too. Didn't that happen to Dick Cheney?
Yes, but that one was, well, he was the one that shot somebody else.
Yeah.
And two, like, they knew who it was. In this case, there were several people around, and nobody's really quite sure whose gun it was.
That guy who got shot, is he still alive?
I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But in any case, this gentleman at the age of 75 was hit by a stray bullet from a fellow hunter's rifle. He had already killed one lion and was ready to shoot another one, and, well, he never got that shot off.
Well, shot while aiming. That's fucking good luck for that lion.
Yeah, unfortunately, the lions in this area are actually, like, essentially privately owned and privately bred for the sake of trophy hunting.
Oh, that's real shit.
So, I mean, this lion will probably live another few months, depending on the cycle for the trophy hunting
and everything. I mean, I have a couple friends I have a friend whose dad is a hunting guide, and he's trying to be a hunting guide. So I can understand that, but like, I feel like safaris like that's fucked up, where he actually takes people and actually hunts. That's not a hunt.
So I quickly looked it up. The gentleman that Dick Cheney shot, he did not die.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. In any case, so, you know...
That's fucked up. You got hit in the head by a goddamn shotgun.
It wasn't a shotgun.
Weren't they fucking hunting quail?
No, they were hunting lion. Oh, wait, you're talking about Dick Cheney. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes, he got peppered by a shotgun. Well, he peppered a dude with a shotgun.
Yeah.
2.
Tennessee sheriff tape saying, "I love this shit," after ordering suspects killing.
Submitted by Yuri Nomos to our news.
So, there is all...
Wow.
Yeah!
Wow.
It gets better. So, this is a sheriff in Tennessee, who there was a gentleman who had been pulled over and he knew he was going to be arrested because he was driving on a suspended license. So he chose not to pull over and instead tried to evade police. That said, he was evading police.
Smart, first of all.
Well, I mean, he was evading police at the top speed of like 45 because he was driving a old beat up truck that had a loaded trailer on it. So it's not like he could get anywhere very quickly. So during this, the sheriff is, talking back with the cars that are in pursuit. And they said that they're ramming him. And he said, "Don't ram him, shoot him. Fuck that shit. I ain't going to have him tearing up my cars."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they chased the guy down, shot him. Once the vehicle was stopped, the sheriff got up and said, "I love this shit. God, I tell you what, I thrive on it."
He wants to be an action hero, and that's not what we need in those positions.
Yeah. Well, there is now a federal lawsuit out against the gentleman from the deceased man's widow. And, well, we'll see how that goes. Although, it amazes me, because this is a new development in an old case. This took place right around, like, 9 months ago. But back in June, the county district attorney had declared the shooting as justified.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It was justified. Mostly just because he was evading police. He was not armed in any way. He didn't even have a pocket knife.
Man, I'll tell you what. The South sure is ass backwards.
Yeah, sometimes. Quite often, especially in regards to how they handle situations like these.
I'm fairly happy. I don't live in the South.
So, we'll see what happens with that. I guess. People suck.
Yeah, people really do suck.
Those are the kind of people that are in charge of the police, by the way.
Yeah, those are the kind of kids that bullied you just for fucking playing, a card game at school.
Yeah.
1.
Elon Musk sent a Tesla Roadster playing David Bowie to Mars.
This is submitted by Kavo 76 to our music.
Well,
if you guys haven't seen it, it's fucking sick.
Sorta. I mean, yes, he is sending a Tesla Roadster. Yes, it is playing David Bowie's Space Oddity on loop. That said, the third burn to get it the rest of the way to Mars burned hotter than they were originally expecting. So it is going to miss Mars's orbit and then get pretty close to the asteroid belt before circling back around and heading towards the sun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It'll be the first Tesla Roadster into the sun.
It's not going to go directly into the sun, but it will begin orbiting the sun.
All right. How close is it going to get to the sun?
I mean, I saw the trajectory. It doesn't actually show how close it's going to get to the sun, but we'll see.
I mean, depending on how close that thing is, that thing's going to fucking burn up.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to just enter Mars's orbit, but they messed up on the final thrust that was actually supposed to put it on its trajectory. Too strong. But that said, there's an awesome 4-hour video of this car being launched into space.
Into space. That's real cool.
Although a couple people were like, man, why didn't Elon Musk put like a small little motor in the mannequin that is wearing the spacesuit and just have it turn its head? Like 3 hours into the video.
That would have been so cool if he had it on like a fucking
timer?
RC thing.
Or
a timer even,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's so fucking cool.
So.
I like what Elon Musk is doing. It's fucking great. He's made flamethrowers.
Yeah,
Maybe
with his company called The
that...
Boring Company. That was literally supposed to like make like tunnels or something, wasn't it? And then they're like, screw that, we're going to make flamethrowers.
I feel like he actually knows about the threat of aliens and he's preparing us.
I think he's just a really rich dude with a lot of really awesome toys that is like, this is something that everyone has always thought would be cool. I'll do it. Because I got lots of money and I can.
That's fair.
That said, now whenever we play another like spacefaring game like Mass Effect or anything, well, Mass Effect's probably dead forever. But anything along those lines, or if there's like another like a civilization game in space or something like that, one of the things that you need to be able to discover or claim is the Tesla Roadster.
I feel like Elon Musk needs to have his own line of cologne just called Musk.
Sure. I'd be okay with that.
Or Elon's Musk.
Oh, God, that's kind of... No, I'm not down for that one.
No?
No.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
Nathan, what'd you care about in the last 24 hours?
This one that you put there.
Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss to write and produce a new series of Star Wars films.
This was submitted by Marie to our movies. I hope they don't fuck it up like they're fucking up the end of Game of Thrones.
Are they? I have no concept whatsoever.
Okay, so it's real unfortunate, right? Because George R.R. Martin kind of fucked up the end of Game of Thrones, at least for the TV show. George R.R. Martin didn't finish the last book in time, right? He's got like 2 more books to write.
Oh, as I say, is Winds of Winter the last one?
No, it's Winds of Winter and then A Dream of Spring. But he didn't finish them in time, so the show's going to end before these books come out. So the show's going to have a much different ending than the books.
Makes sense.
So these guys are like, fuck it. We ran out of material to actually, draw from. We're just going to draw. And, we've ran out of notes that, he's written. So we're just going to try and piece it together as best as we can.
Isn't he still like an advisor on it at least?
He is. But, you can only go so far.
I understand. But mostly because I think he has no idea where he's going with things anymore.
I feel like he does. I feel like he's got a firm grasp. The problem is the way the man writes, all right?
Which is a sentence a week?
No. So there's this thing called the Milanese Knot. And it's why one of the books didn't come out in time. Because he couldn't figure out how to write his way out of this situation in Marine. And so what he did was he added more character perspectives in order to give enough detail from a different point of view in order to write it out. Okay. While this happened in the books, 2 other books also happened simultaneously. The problem is that he gets too much into detail.
Okay.
And so what he's doing now in what I feel like he's doing now in The Winds of Winter is that he's found another mirror and he's not. He's trying to right his way out of a situation, but he can't because he's trying to. He has too much that he wants to put down. I don't think that he no longer knows what he's doing or that he's given up. I feel like he has too much.
So wouldn't it maybe, and obviously, like, I had no idea, wouldn't it be easier maybe if he, like, because, like, I feel like one of the problems then is that he's trying to fit all of these different stories that he's created, these different timelines and arcs, and not timelines, different arcs and people and stuff, trying to fit them all into the same book at the same time. What if he split it?
Well, okay, so that's why there's 2 more books instead of 1, because it originally was slated as 1.
Okay.
In addition, that's why the 1 book that was supposed to come out split into 3.
Got it. Okay. Well, in
so
any
he
case,
does do that. The problem is he takes a while to do it because he's trying to figure out where things should go.
well, and also it sounds like he just recreated his problem when he did that.
Yeah.
Okay. In any case, the people that made the TV show are going to start making Star Wars movies.
Which is kind of cool. Their writing's all right. They're also supposed to be writing a new show about Klansmen,
Okay.
like the KKK.
Okay.
I don't know how well it's going to fly, honestly.
In any case, we don't know how many. Just that there will be new films, and that they are going to be separate from the Skywalker saga that is currently making its way through 7, 8, and 9.
God.
It is also
Don't get me wrong. I like the Skywalker family line, but they fuck up the entire universe so often.
Yeah, and it's also going to be separate from the recently announced trilogy by Rian Johnson. That was the writer and director for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and it's going to be separate from the. What do you want to call the extra films? Rogue One, Solo, Lando?
They're called A Star Wars Stories.
Okay. They're separate from those as well. So, we'll see what that is.
That's cool. I hope it's something in the KOTOR era, because there's also talks about them putting together a Netflix TV show for KOTOR.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
I agree.
Schwarzenegger. Gerrymandering is one of the biggest scam pulled on the American people.
Oh. This was submitted by Golden Girls 007 to Our Politics. He's not wrong.
I really wish that Schwarzenegger could run for more than he's able to run for, by the way. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's one of the only Republican candidates I would think about voting for.
Like, I understand there's a level of irony and hypocrisy in the idea of that I like Schwarzenegger as a politician, considering he is much of the same of what Trump is in terms of a television star turned into a politician.
But he did it right.
I don't know if he did it right. He went straight for governor.
Sure.
Like, he went straight for governor. So
yeah.
That said,
I'm not actually
though,
sure if he did it right because I don't live in California. I don't know how everything is in California.
but he is absolutely correct that gerrymandering is a horribly big, painful issue for politics in America, because it is what is keeping America from actually being a democracy by them being able to manipulate the vote in such a way that allows their party to win. And I mean, Republicans are doing it now. Democrats have done it in the past. It doesn't matter who is in power. They continue to try and gerrymander as much as they can so that there is no hope for that power ever changing.
And that needs to stop.
Yeah. And currently there is a huge case going on in, where is it? Virginia?
You know what else needs to stop?
Pennsylvania, that's it. What's that?
Oh, fuck. I can't remember the name of it. It's not gerrymandering, but it's got a weird fucked off name. And it's where the people stand there when they're supposed to give like a short speech and continue to talk until it's until they're no longer able to vote.
Filibustering.
That needs to stop too.
I mean, it's been used for good sometimes.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that it's okay. So like you can use the dark side to be good, but that doesn't mean you should.
I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of things in politics that are awkward and should be changed, but the only people that can change them are the people that abuse them, which is fucked.
Into something strange.
Like, I mean,
filibuster.
Congress makes so much money. Like, they make $177,000 a year before anything else is added to their salary. Mm-hmm. They make a ton of money. Congress should have term limits the same as the president and most everyone else does. But again, the people that would have to implement those term limits are themselves, and why would they do that? It's frustrating because it like things like that it feels it's part of it is like, well, if you don't like it, do something about it. The only way to do something about it is to become a politician, and then even then, you're one person in a sea of. If you're in the House of Representatives, 500. If you're in the Senate, 100. And you're just going to be completely slammed out by the people that are happy to abuse the power they have.
Yeah.
So, the idea of do something is very. It's hollow speech. It's empty.
It doesn't have to be. You just have to really get enough people to do it.
I know, but that's hard. I mean, like, let's look at the people that are trying to do things that a lot of people, that most politicians are against of, people like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. They're just completely slammed down all the time by the rest of Congress.
Mm-hmm. I also agree with Vivi in the chat. What should stop is that military parade.
I thought it was already canceled.
I hope so.
Like, I thought, like, the Washington...
I don't actually know.
I think the District of Washington, D.C. or something like that already said, no, we're not doing that.
Oh, good. Because that is a waste of taxpayers' money.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But Trump doesn't care.
No. He is a 5-time draft dodger trying to get the military to have a parade in his honor.
When was the last time there was a military parade for a United States president?
It's usually at the end of a war.
Sure, okay. Last time military parade, United States. The history of military parades in the United States from the Smithsonian Museum. Let's see. The most recent one was in 1991 when 8,000 troops marched down Washington, D.C.'s Constitution Avenue in a victory parade celebrating the end of the Persian Gulf War. So it was a celebration of the end of the war, not a president themselves. Inaugural parades, those are different.
The military parades tend to happen at end of wars.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. But yeah, that's a huge waste of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
like, I will approve you getting any type of parade when you do something positive for the country, and I mean the people of the country, not the budget. And you're not even doing good things for the budget because you want to spend $20 billion on a wall and take away a lot of things like DACA and hurt healthcare and stuff like that. So.
And go and golf every fucking weekend.
Yeah, what is his... I bet you there's a website for Trump's golf bill.
Absolutely. I don't fucking doubt it.
Trump golf count. He has went golfing 93 times, and it has cost at least $50 million.
I hope he at least is on par with his fucking shots. The amount of times.
You hurt me, Nathan.
Just saying.
Yeah. Shall we get out of here, friend?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, if you get value out of the show, please consider showing us some value back. Patreon.com/dailyinternet. If that... Also, another way you can help us is just by helping other people get... What was I about to say? I don't know. It's gone now. If you have other people you think might be interested in the show, consider showing them the show. You can share it on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. All of those are at iReaditCast. Download the show and then just, send them the file or whatever. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and wherever else you can download podcasts at. And, just let people know if you think our show is good and recommend it to them. You can also leave us 5-star reviews on anywhere that has a review, especially iTunes, because 80% of podcasts are still downloaded through iTunes. So 5-star reviews on that helps us immensely. Otherwise, follow me at Schwahn Michael and Nathan at Bimmenstein on basically all social media. And that's it. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Sweet. Everybody, that is your 426th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody.
Don't get eliminated!
I think I might have tapped it twice. Like, I heard something start. I heard it go...
I felt it, the power, and then I cringed as my hand was in the air waiting for it.
Good. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.